ours, you could, the most you could spend to start the business is $2,000 if you wanted to. You can start it for as little as $400. So it's a huge difference between starting a traditional home-based business, which is great, but it costs a lot more and you're a lot more invested in the business. Okay, so now that I've gone over sort of what the financial reality is, where that USANA piece kind of fits in, I'm going to focus on the health reality. I'm thinking a lot of you here came specifically for the health, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. And I should mention that we're going to, once we finish this first part of the presentation, we're going to actually have time for samples and questions, and then we're going to go into the second part of our seminar, which is actually totally health-based. We have our second guest speaker who's going to be speaking, and you're going to learn about gluten-free living and our 28-day total body detox. So you're going to get a second dose of the health bit after our break. Sound good? Yeah. Okay, also know about this. So your cells get damaged. They start to clump together, and they're unhappy because they're not getting the nutrition that they need. So what we do is we can feed ourselves with antioxidants. Now the very best source are fresh fruits and vegetables, but we want to feed ourselves with antioxidants and keep them looking healthy. There's so many toxins from the air, from the water. I think Lisa, you said the water in town is chlorinated, right? So we've got toxins from our water, just from the air. I mean, you certainly have nicer air here in Chilliwack than in Burlington. I will give you that much. So you guys got one up on me there. But because you don't really have factory, right? In town there's no factories, right? No, so that helps for sure. There's probably a lot less auto pollution than in, what's that?
Our air here is the worst in the Lower Mainland because we get all the crap from that big flow this way. So we've got very poor air quality here.
I'm sorry.
It's probably still not as bad as Burlington.
It may not, but that's a good point. If the air is coming from the city and getting trapped in here, so that's what you're breathing every single day. You, your family, your pets. So that damages your cells. You can't see it. See, the neat thing about this stuff is you actually don't see it happening every day. How often does it happen that somebody and you care about all of a sudden has a stage 3 or stage 4 cancer and they felt fine? They didn't know anything was going on. We don't know what's going on inside our bodies. We just don't. The better we get to learning how our body reacts to things, how we feel when we have different foods or supplements really, really helps us be aware. But I don't know what's going on inside of each one of my cells right now. So this is why we look at optimal nutrition, because we want to keep our cells as healthy as possible. Now, a diet full of antioxidants, fruits and vegetables, potentially gluten-free grains, lean meats, if you eat meat, fish, eggs, fantastic. We want you to eat real food. It's really, really important. This is not meant to replace food. So has anybody ever taken supplements before? In the room, a multivitamin, a calcium, anything like that? A few of you are customers, so you probably should raise your hand. So this is not your regular multivitamin. It's actually, it's optimum nutrition for your cells. You get 2 of each bottle twice a day. So it's not what we're used to, and it's really not meant to replace a healthy lifestyle. It's really meant to keep those cells as healthy as possible with all the toxins that we're being bombarded with every single day. So where USANA came from, the reason I showed you the video at the beginning, it's a great kind of overview of the kind of company we are, the integrity behind it, the science behind it, and the vision behind it. And the company USANA actually stands for True Health. So we're really founded on health. And the vision of Dr. Moran, he's a microbiologist and an immunologist. His first business was actually in cell culture technologies. So he would take cells and create diagnostic test kits for viral infections. So for infectious diseases like mononucleosis, okay, mono. So he created the first commercially available test kit for mono. It's actually still used worldwide today. So he knew how to keep cells alive in the petri dish. And what happened is he lost both his parents to degenerative disease. And what he started to see was a trend. Infectious diseases, he could help a small portion of the population. Degenerative diseases, that's what really, unfortunately, and it's been 20 years since USANA's been in business, it's growing and growing and growing. It's not reduced. I'd love to say that the numbers are getting smaller every year, but they're just not. So he is a visionary. He saw 20 years ago and shifted his research to preventative maintenance of health. And that's what USANA is founded on. We're founded on science. And, the vision, The reason I share this slide is because I just want you guys to sort of get some idea. You know, someone who's been in this business for 7 years, I met Dr. Wentz, I've been to the facilities, I'm good friends with a lot of the management team. This company is about this vision of worldwide health, first and foremost. So you know that all of our products have your healthy cells in mind. So it's about you and keeping your cells as healthy as possible. You know, everything we do helps you love life and live it. This is about you. Remember at the beginning of the presentation, I asked you what optimal health looked like for you? You know, does that mean getting up every day with energy for the day? You know, does that mean I can run after my kids and not get tired, or my grandkids? Does that mean not having aching joints anymore? What does optimal health look like for you? This is a great way to find out. We have an amazing, amazing tool. It's called the True Health Assessment. You can actually do it on Ashley's brand new iPad. You could probably actually do it if we could just get you on the Wi-Fi. But this really cool True Health Assessment, whoever invited you here tonight can send you a link to do this if you'd like. You actually get a personalized nutritional solution based on your needs. So, your lifestyle, how much exercise you do, what you eat, what kind of work do you do, where do you live, what kind of water do you drink. All of that is included in this True Health Assessment. There's this massive database behind it, and it gives you a personalized solution at the end with the urgency. So if something has like 6 little bars, it means it's pretty darn urgent, but if it only has 1, it's not necessarily urgent today. And so once you finish it, you get this personalized report, you get a lifestyle report and a potential toxins report, so you actually can make lifestyle changes, and you get a supplement solution that's just for you. Pretty cool. If you're looking at this as a business, and you're like, I don't really know anything about supplements, I wouldn't even know what to recommend to people. You recommend that they go to this tool. And then you get a copy of the product recommendations, that's it. We don't see the other 2 reports, they're private and personal, but I'll see what supplements were recommended for you, and then we can have a conversation about it. It's really easy and fun to use. After that, for anybody in here who's a personal trainer or knows somebody who's in personal training especially, or really in health, like holistic health, this True Health Companion, it's an online tracking system. You can track what you're eating, how many glasses of water you ate, how you slept, your mood. All your meals can all be tracked in here online. It's an incredible, incredible tool. You can even set it to send you a text message to remind you when to take your vitamins if you forget. So, every company tells you their products are the best, right? I mean, who stands up and says, my products are mediocre, right? If we went to your Silpata party, would you be standing up and saying, yeah, our products are okay, they're not bad, right? No, of course not, they're the best they are. So every company is gonna have a reason why they're the best in their industry. Well, USANA Nutritionals, I'm gonna point out a few reasons why they stand out above the crowd. So, FDA approved facility. So if we wanted to manufacture pharmaceutical drugs, we could. We choose not to, our focus is on supplements, but of that quality. The other thing is that we use pharmaceutical grade standards, which is above and beyond what's required by Health Canada. Not only that, I found out when I was at an event earlier this year, that we're actually above pharmaceutical grade requirements. We go beyond what's required for pharmaceutical drugs to make our supplements. And that's how we can have this 100% potency guarantee, which means that what is on the label is in the bottle every single time. So you don't have to worry about cross-contamination. Now, it may not be of a concern to you, you know, you're not getting drug tested for sports or anything like that, but don't you want to be sure that you're getting what you pay for? Don't you want to be sure that you're not just buying expensive urine, right?
Did you just say urine?
Yeah, expensive urine. Absolutely.
Thanks for waking up.
I'm glad I caught you with that. Well, unfortunately, a lot of products on the market today, they're not absorbed. They go right through you and you just paid for something you're flushing down the toilet. And that's, USANA is not. That is one of the reasons why we're different, is it's actually getting into your cells and making a difference. So I mentioned our essentials. Okay, so this is the 2 bottles for our essentials. You take 2 of each twice a day. This is the foundation for health for most adults. I'd say about 98% of adults can start with this foundation. We like to make things simple. We have this really cool health pack. And this, what it does is it's 2 little packets. One says AM and PM. Okay? Oh, that's the, I'm going to show that after. It's my health pack. So this is Optimal Nutrition, the Cadillac pack. This is the reason I started the business. I was training for my 2nd Ironman triathlon at the time. I was tired, I was having trouble recovering, I wasn't sleeping very well, I was exhausted, and I didn't know there was a difference between a 1 a day and this. And my best friend, who is now one of the leaders in our business, said, you need to try this. And I was like, what? Vitamins are vitamins. You know? Even though I studied in kinesiology, like anatomy, I get it all, right? Vitamins are vitamins, you know, they're all the same. She's like, no, they're not. Can you please just try this? I'm like, okay. So 5 days in, I was like, I'm sold. Like, I don't know what's in this, but whatever it is, it's working, because suddenly I had more energy.